Welcome back. This was shocking. He was championed by the right and loathed by the left, and that's just the way Andrew Brietbart would want to be remembered.
The conservative publisher passed away early Thursday morning while walking near his home in California. For those that knew him, they're remembering his firebrand style of journalism that even his friends have called passionate and polarizing.
Joining us right now, one of his friends, Larry O'Connor. He's the editor-in-chief of Breitbart.TV. Larry, welcome. I couldn't possibly figure what's going through your head right now. Did you have any indication that he wasn't feeling well or that he was dealing with some health issues?
Not at all. I worked with him all day on Wednesday, was it? Wednesday. And he seemed fine. I mean, stressed, certainly. I mean, we're all under a lot of stress right now. Andrew certainly internalizes a lot of stress. We're in the process of redesigning all of the sites. It's so sad and ironic because this is actually one of the biggest weeks of Andrew's career. Starting Monday morning, all readers across the internet will see a brand new designed Breitbart.com. All the sites will be new, and it's very exciting. And he was so hands-on and involved with it. I'm looking forward to it. So, but nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, Andrew was always going in 1,000 directions and always focused on so many things, and that's how exactly he was when I worked with him earlier on Wednesday.
Absolutely. Whenever he'd drop by live here in the studio, he'd be updating his site. He'd work a little on Drudge and stuff like that. And initially, I know, Larry, a lot of people thought, oh, look at that, Andrew Brietbart dead. They thought that somebody had hacked in and had put up a bogus headline.
Yeah, it's funny because he was actually talking about Anonymous and their connections with Occupy Wall Street. It was one of the stories that we've been working on. We continue to work on it, and he was talking about it on a radio interview that he did just a few hours before he passed away. So a lot of people thought that the Anonymous hackers had done this, but unfortunately, no, obviously it was real.
Yeah.
Larry, tell us how you came to know him and how he gave you an opportunity to share your voice.
Oh, thanks for letting me. Andrew was an incredibly generous, incredibly supportive person, a colleague and friend. He literally plucked me out of obscurity. I used to work on Broadway in the theater business, in the management end of live theater. And when I found out he was doing Big Hollywood, the website focused on the conservative voices in the entertainment world, I sent him an email, just some guy out there sending him an email telling him who I was. And within 3 minutes, I got a return email from him personally with his phone number saying, call me. And that started our friendship, and I started writing at his site. I wrote for him for free there at Big Hollywood for a little over a year, and then he was just so supportive of me and liked my work. He brought me into the fold.
Right. Larry, what's his legacy?
Oh, there's so many. Let me start with this, because I haven't said this yet on any interview. He loved baseball. He loved the Dodgers, and he considered himself to be a talent scout. He envied the people in baseball who would go to the minors and just look for the best player and, identify the next Albert Pujols. And if you listen to people giving interviews and talking about him over the next couple of days, you'll see that everyone says, I know you because of Andrew Brietbart. and he would do that. He would say, like, to me, one time he couldn't appear on Fox and Friends, and he said, Larry, you are perfect for Fox and Friends. You should go on Fox and Friends. And here we are. And that's what he does. He puts people together. He identifies people's talents. And so many people have careers right now because of Andrew Brietbart. That's one of his legacies. His pioneering work in new media, obviously, is his legacy. The Drudge Report, the Huffington Post, I would say any group blog out there would not be the same without Andrew Brietbart. And then finally, of course, as a fighter for the conservative spirit and the conservative ideas, we on the right have never had someone like Andrew Brietbart who would go out there and push back so hard against the attacks we have gotten over the last 3 decades from the left. He was the one, he was an inspiration, and there are many of us ready to pick up that fight for him.
All right, Larry O'Connor, editor-in-chief of Breitbart TV, which is relaunching this weekend. We thank you very much. Nice words about our friend, Andrew Brietbart. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, coming